Hey everybody, JC here from Toy News International, and I'm back at you with another TNI news video. So let's hop right into it because we've got a lot of things to cover. Also today I'm going to be bringing back the Q&A segment and a P.O Box pickup, which we'll be doing towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But let's kick it off by talking about the latest news this week. Bandai America, they announced a new line of Dragon Ball Z figures. These are going to be done in the same tradition as their Power Rangers Legacy Collection figures, the 6.5-inch ones. So we're going to be getting figures that feature about 16 points of articulation, and each of the figures in this first wave is going to come with a piece, a Build-A-Figure piece for the Dragon Shenron. And these figures are going to cost about $19.99 or $20 each. So if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan and you don't want to pay the higher price for like SH Figure Arts version, then you probably want to check these out. In regards to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we got some news this week. Actually, we were made aware of this news during Toy Fair the other week, but weren't allowed to say anything because until the official announcement came from Nickelodeon. But the current cartoon and incarnation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is going to be coming to an end this year. So with all the product that you saw at Toy Fair from Playmates, that's pretty much going to be it for the current cartoon and everything that Playmates is going to be putting out. And then, like I said, the cartoon itself is going to be ending with this new season that debuts this year. And then next year, Nickelodeon is going to launch a brand new cartoon, completely different. It's a two-dimensional animation. It should have a new voice cast, different people doing the voices and everything. So basically a complete reboot. As I understand it, this new series is probably going to be a little more kid-friendly, I would say. Not that the old series wasn't kid-friendly, but when I say kid-friendly, I mean the stories are going to be a little less serious, which is a trend that we see in cartoons today, like with the Justice League action cartoon or the Marvel animated series, Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, and Avengers. You know, they have some decent stories, but you can definitely tell they're done down a little bit to appeal more for kids and stuff. And I think that's what we're going to see with this new Turtles series. Now with that, Playmates will be launching a brand new toy line. They will remain the master toy license holder for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The new cartoon is being called Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now one thing I also wanted to just briefly talk about as far as reveals at Toy Fair for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think the coolest thing is that they're bringing Usagi Yojimbo back to the Teenage Mutant universe for this final season. If you're not familiar, he's a samurai rabbit. He was actually created as a separate property, but the creator was named as Stan Sakai, and he basically had his own comic book series and everything, and then eventually they kind of incorporated him into the Teenage Mutant Ninja universe. He was in the comics, he was in the old toy line, he was even in, pretty sure he was in the old 80s cartoon as well. Also want to talk to you guys about ThunderCats. So I got a chance to talk with the folks at Super7 during Toy Fair, and while they're not yet ready to make an official announcement, but what I was basically told is they are almost, I would say 99%, and I'm paraphrasing here a little bit, but that was the impression they gave me, ready to make the announcement and that things are going forward with ThunderCats. So essentially they do totally expect to take on that license here soon, and we probably will get an official announcement by San Diego Comic-Con time. A lot of you asked about the Mezco 112 Collective Batmobile. In last week's news video about DC Comics stuff, I told you about Mattel doing a 6-inch scale Batmobile for the new Justice League movie. But last year at Toy Fair, Mezco had debuted a 6-inch scale for their 112 Collective line, Dawn of Justice Batmobile. And we haven't really heard anything on that, but I did talk to Pierre at Mezco Toys a little bit about that. And basically what he told me is they're still looking at ways to try and get that to market. In fact, it's currently at the factories overseas, and they're trying to tool it and everything. They do expect if they do get it released, they'll modify it so it looks like the one in the Justice League movie as opposed to Dawn of Justice. Finally, I wanted to talk to you guys about the upcoming Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Gwen figure. I had touched upon this last week in my Marvel Toy Fair video. We had seen some images leak out from overseas at the Wonderfest convention, but now we have official images. Kaiyodo has released official images for the figure and official details. The figure will be released in June of 2017, and this is figure number 4 in the series. So we got Deadpool, Spider-Man, Venom, which will be released soon, and then Spider-Gwen. And then figure number 5 is likely going to be the Wolverine figure, which we saw a prototype of at that Wonderfest convention as well. But still no official word on that figure. But Spider-Gwen is definitely coming. She's going to have multiple pairs of hands. She's going to have multiple web effects similar to the Spider-Man figure. She's going to have that little magnetic wall crawling stand that you can basically attach to the figure and then put up against a metal wall so it looks like she's wall crawling. She's going to have basically an unmasked head with the long blonde hair, and then she's going to have a masked head that's got multiple face expressions, 3 different facial expressions. Basically you can switch out the faceplate and she'll have 3 different facial expressions. And then she'll also come with a little smartphone that she can hold in her hand. Okay, so that wraps it up for news. Now I want to move on. I've got a couple things from the P.O. Box that I want to open up for you guys. I always appreciate when you guys send letters and packages and stuff. And again, you don't have to send packages. It's great if you do, but really what I'm looking for is just like letters or artwork and things like that. The P.O. Box is in the video description below, so if you want to hit me up with that for a future video, please do. But we got a letter. I got a letter from Wyatt, and it has been a little while since I checked the P.O. Box, the Toy Fair, and I'd gotten sick right before Toy Fair with a bad cold and stuff. So I do apologize for the delay, but I did get it and everything. So I got a letter from Wyatt here. I don't know where Wyatt sends these from, but they always come battle damaged. The envelopes always seem to come battle damaged. I don't know what's up with that, but anyway, he did send me another letter. This is like the 3rd or 4th time that Wyatt's sent me a letter. So usually he's got artwork included, so let's see what's in here. Hey JC, sorry I haven't been writing to you for a little while, but I'm writing to you again, so that's that. So I hoped you had a great Christmas and Happy New Year. I have so many things I found for DC icons. They will be making Catwoman, Deadshot, Nightwing perfect for the Batman and Batgirl figures. Well, you probably knew that, and we might see it at Toy Fair. So we actually didn't see much of that at Toy Fair, but we did see a couple new things. A new Nightwing figure, so Y, who's a huge Batman fan, will probably be happy that we're getting a Hush Nightwing figure. 3 questions. What do you look forward to at Toy Fair? I would say I was looking probably most forward to the new Marvel Legends and DC Icon stuff. Do you think they will make more Arkham Knight figures? Nothing was shown at Toy Fair, and since the game is pretty much come and gone, I'm not really sure we're going to see much more from the Arkham Knight line. I don't know if I would consider it officially canceled. I've heard some people indicate that, but definitely I wouldn't expect a whole lot more going forward with Arkham Knight at this point. Now, if they do another game, then definitely I think we'll see more figures. Do you think we will see a re-release of Poison Ivy for 2017? Not keeping my fingers crossed. Again, I'll never say never, but nothing was indicated about that at Toy Fair, so probably not. You also asked about the comic from my last letter. So there's another sneak peek and the cast list in the envelope. Also, I'm trying to make a comic and some shockers in the story. When I send you the comic in a few weeks, there will be a surprise for you. Awesome. Okay, bye. Write to you again next week. Wyatt Enos, your biggest fan. Okay, so let's see. So Wyatt sends some more Batgirl artwork. Wyatt's a big Batgirl fan. Says, I'm an artist, Tim. You okay? No. And I guess Tim's off camera here. No, you scared the crap out of me. Sorry. So I guess that's a tease for the comic. And then Batgirl's Hope cast list. Batgirl, so this is the comic I guess he's working on, and the characters will include Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, Tim Drake, Robin, Bruce Wayne Batman, Katana, and Gordon. Joker, Harley Quinn, Riddler, Lady Shiva, and Two-Face. as well as Vicky Vale, Joker Thugs, Riddler Bot, Shiva's Assassins, and Two-Face left and right sides. So sounds like a full cast, and I'm looking forward to seeing your comic when you're finished. Okay, now I got this box, nicely wrapped box. Don't know what's in it, haven't actually opened it yet. This comes from Aiden, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I won't say his last name on air, but thanks Aiden, though not sure what's in it, but let's see. So we got a letter, and then, oh no. Okay, well this is really cool. A custom figure, however his head looks like didn't survive the trip. Hopefully that's not an omen, but very cool that he made this figure of me. I will glue the head back on. I should get a JC shirt like that, huh? Very cool. Let's see, there's... looks like maybe a table or something. I'm not sure that. And then my secret Superman outfit. Actually, I don't have a Superman outfit. I do have a Captain America outfit, and I do have a Spider-Man outfit, but not that I don't like Superman. And then I don't know if this is a hoodie. It's supposed to be a hoodie or a cape, but very cool. But yeah, this is my first custom figure, I guess, of myself. So very cool. I really like that. Thanks a lot. I do appreciate that. And there's a letter in here too, so let me, I think I set the letter aside. So let's read the letter and see what it... Dear JC, I'm a fan of your videos and I hope you enjoy the action figure. I made the the legs would need to be in a certain position for him to stand up. No articulation, 3 accessories, a folded up Superman cape, a folded up Superman suit, and a mini teleportation device. Boy, I wish I had an actual teleportation device. That would be sweet. If you can't already tell, the action figure is of you. I tried my best to make it realistic. Also, could you review more Flash action figures? Because he is my favorite. I tried to scale the figure to 6 inches. Question: do you like the character the Flash? Do you like the 7-pack Justice League set? So, again, really awesome. I think you did a great job, better than I could do, definitely. I like the hat and everything. I think that looks good. Like I said, I should get a shirt made like that. As far as the Flash, yeah, I do like the Flash. As I think I mentioned in a previous video, I like to do a lot of running. I do races like triathlons and stuff, and so the Flash is kind of always an inspiration. Obviously, I can't say whether I like I assume you're talking about the DC Icons Rebirth 7-pack, which I actually hope to have next week so I can review for you guys. So I should have a new Flash review for you soon. And I think that set looks cool, again, until I actually have it in hand and everything. I can't really say if I like it or not. But from what I've seen of it, what I saw of it at Toy Fair and everything, maybe it would have been nice if it had a few more accessories, but definitely I'm digging the figures in it. Okay, so finally I'm going to round out the video with a Q&A segment. Now I'm only going to do a couple questions this time to keep the video from running too long, but if you want to have your questions, try and get me to answer your questions in a future video, just write your question down below in the video description of this video. Just say Q&A and then ask your question, and then we'll try and get to it next week and feature it in next week's news video. So the first question comes from SM300, and he asks, do you know when the X-Men wave, and I believe he's talking about the Warlock Build-A-Figure wave, will hit Big Bad Toy Store? And the answer is, I talked to the folks at Big Bad Toy Store, and they told me that they could not put that wave up for pre-order until April 15th. I suspect that they will get it in stock very soon after that. I don't think there'll be a delay from when they put it up, a huge delay from when they put it up for pre-order and when they actually get it in stock. But don't expect to actually see that listed on their site until April 15th. X and Ianomoto Figs, probably not pronouncing that correctly, sorry about that, but he asks, hey JC, do you know what character NECA is doing for their 1/4 scale line? Deadpool is amazing. So the 18-inch line, they showed a number of new figures, especially for Marvel, at Toy Fair. So again, you may have already seen this, but we're going to be getting a new Civil War movie Captain America figure. We're going to be getting a Doctor Strange movie figure. And then we're also going to be getting a Spider-Man Homecoming figure, which they actually did not have Spider-Man on hand, but he is coming in the 18-inch line from NECA. And then we're also getting a Daredevil comic book figure, which looked pretty cool. Now, beyond Marvel, they really didn't have anything new for DC Comics. They had their Catwoman figure and their Penguin figures, which we had seen before. We are getting, if you're a Terminator fan, to kind of celebrate the return of Terminator 2 to theaters, I believe it's coming back in 3D. They are doing an 18-inch Arnold Schwarzenegger figure from the second Terminator movie. And then the final question comes from Commander Badbot, who asks, what is the first adult collectible you bought? Assuming you mean what was the first figure I bought as a collectible or as a toy that I wasn't really getting to play with. And I would say probably the first one I can remember is the old Toy Biz 5-inch Batman movie figure based on the original Michael Keaton Batman figure. Batman was the only figure I got in that line. So I didn't collect the whole line, but I definitely got Batman, and that was probably the first figure I bought as a collector, I would say. The first line that I probably collected as a collector was the Toy Biz 5-inch Marvel figures. Those came out when I was in high school, and I got the entire first wave and then basically collected all of them. In fact, that was the first time where I would buy 2 figures, one to open and one to have packaging. There was a time where I had them all hung up on my wall, the carded ones and stuff, and then had ones to open, of course, to display, because I generally tend to be more of an opener than a on-card collector. But for that line, I actually would oftentimes buy multiple so I could have one to keep in the package and one to open. Could never afford to do that today, but definitely that was something I did. And that's really the first line that I collected. So that's it for this week. Like I said, if you've got a question you want to ask it down in the comment section below this video. And also, I did get to see the new Logan movie. I have a non-spoiler review up on a written up or posted up on Marvelous News. So if you want to see my thoughts on that movie, go over and check that out. I may do a spoiler video. I wasn't terribly impressed with the movie. I'm not going to go into details in this video why. I really didn't like it that much. And again, if you want to see my non-spoiler review, go over to Marvelous News and check it out. But if you see the movie this weekend, feel free to chime in below and let me know what you thought of the movie. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later.